Hello and welcome to KUBE 57. I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, President and CEO of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. As you know, we've been interviewing individuals who've contributed to this great city we call Houston. Today, we have none other than attorney Benny Agosto. He is truly one of our Houston legends and has been very involved with the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for many years, and has served as a great friend to us and represents us very well across the globe and across the country, and most certainly here in the city of Houston. So we want to welcome Benny Agosto.
Thank you, Dr. Murillo.
I'm so happy to have you here, Benny. You know, I'm one of your biggest fans. You do phenomenal work, and it's great to see how engaged you are, not only with your firm, your family, but also always giving back. Congratulations on your newest honor, heading up what they call the big bar here in Houston. I know you're going to talk about that. But we want to really begin with, you know, how you got here. It's interesting to me. You didn't set out to be an attorney. Biology, I believe, and I think if I had a choice between biology or law, I think you chose the right field, that of law. But coming from parents, you know, your father was a veteran and worked in jewelry, and I know your mom, like my mom, dedicated herself to children and her family. So you've come a long way from New York, Puerto Rico, to the great city of Houston. But for folks who are watching, help them understand how you became one of the most prominent lawyers in this city.
Well, I first thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you as always. You're a great community leader and city leader. Thank you. I'm honored to be part of this city. And when I came here to study, to get educated. And so I believe that that gave me a shot, an opportunity to become who I am today. But really, it's by the grace of God, first of all. And I can't go on without saying that, because I've been blessed in great ways, and having great parents and great support team, and then the education opportunity to get educated. You know, that's what we want for our children, and certainly that's what my parents wanted for me.
And you've had great law partners. I know your firm has some incredible individuals that you work with and people that you've, you know, helped open doors for. As you sit here as an attorney today, given all that we see in this country, the great injustices, what motivates you every day, given your agenda from early in the morning to going to court, to meeting with clients, doing community work, doing this interview, and knowing that you've got so much on your plate? What helps you stay motivated?
Well, I think what happens to us is that we see the blessings we have in our lives, and a lot of people decide to be content with that. Other people, like me, decide, I'm going to do something to give back. And so I'm motivated every day to find opportunities to give back to the community, to give back a little bit of what I've received, and then I know that's going to blossom. So my motivation is, how can I find somebody today to help? With God's help and the team that we have assembled around us, we can do great things, but it takes a little bit of effort. So we try every day to get that ball rolling, to find someone to help.
Well, and you have children as well, and I know that you've got one who's got one more year of high school. And what have you instilled in them that you hope they carry on as part of your legacy?
Yeah, it's important that the way my parents taught me about education, and they only went to the 6th grade. My parents, old school, never really got an education, a formal education. So my children have the benefit of parents that went to school and got educated, and maybe have financial means to help them. So what we say is, you can't be content with just getting out of high school or getting out of college even. I tell my children, what graduate school do you want to go to? Let's think bigger, because we want our children to move on and be greater than we are, right? Possibly. But the only way to do it is to instill in them the need for education, and then show them by example, the way we live, going to church and taking care of the community and our family by example, so they can do good for others. Because it's easy to be content with what you have, particularly if we're helping our children to have what they need, but you have to have that desire and that passion to give back. And the only way to do it is to maybe see it around you. And so as parents, my wife and I are always trying to lead by example.
I know that we have a lot of guests who like to give advice to folks who may be in their 20s or 30s, or something you wish you had known or thought more about when you were in your 20s and your 30s. What would that be?
I think I've spoken about this. It's not hard when we're older looking back. It's harder when you're younger. But the key is the things you're learning at U of H or Houston Baptist or Rice or Texas Southern, or we're in Houston going, even St. Thomas, I don't want to forget them, and all the schools, great schools we have here. The things you're learning today, you will use in the future. You got to take it like it's learning to practice law, learning to practice life. If you're just going to school just to get the next grade and not really focusing on what you're learning, the networking and the people you're meeting, then you're missing. My law partner today was my college roommate. And we didn't know what we're going to end up at, but we knew we had some commonality. We knew we had good work ethic and good passion for life. So as we chased each other and followed each other, we realized, hey, we can work together. And so that has to be in your mind as you're a young person. Who are my next door neighbors? Who are my friends? Yeah. How are we going to network? And then what you're learning is part of the practice you need to engage for the future, because that's going to make you a better professional, better lawyer, whatever it is you're doing.
I like to say, Benny, you never know. And on that note, we'll be right back.